little bit, and I was wondering if you could tell us about that.
Yeah, no, he fell off really hard. It's not even a little bit.
It's a lot.
It was a lot.
I haven't gotten in trouble yet.
No, I heard Garrick told me he's taken his entire wardrobe.
Oh, well, there you go. Great. Sophia, don't let her tell you anything different. She sings. She sings. She is a singer.
But
No, she sings. She sings. I have proof. I will show the world one day.
Kristen Maldonado here for Pop Culture Planet, and we are at the season 2 premiere of Single Drunk Female. Let's go talk to some stars. I love this show so much.
Thank you.
And your character has changed so much from season 1 to season 2, so I was wondering if you could tell me about that.
I think, obviously this is a story about a young gal in recovery, and so the more time she has sober, the more past issues she sort of has to face, and she doesn't have the same vices that she used to in order to deal with those things. And so it seems to get more challenging as it goes, but she's also obviously growing a lot.
When we start with Felicia, she's kind of the bad influence, right? She's the best friend you love, but at the same time, she makes her relapse in the first episode of season 1. So, they develop their friendship throughout that time, and this season you get to see kind of an underlayer of Felicia past her life with Sam and in her relationships and with her kid.
Season 1, she was a lot less risk averse. I think that she was tight and kind of really stuck in her ways, and with good reason. She was taking care of Sam for most of their friendship, and I think she was just at a breaking point, and you kind of saw her itching to that breaking point and making decisions for other people. She got married. Season 2, immediately she's separated, and she's still trying to figure out how to live for herself. So you see her, as we saw in episode, I think it was 8 of last season, she has a little mushroom trip with Felicia. She's wanting to break out of her shell a little bit, and while that maybe wasn't the right way for her, she continues to find little ways to figure out, how do I get control back in my life? She starts stealing things, also not the right way. Britt's on a journey, but by the end, she really figures out that she just needs to be honest with Joel and with her friends and tell them that she's sad, she's grieving, and then it allows her to be able to move forward.
Yeah. That's what I love about the show is that everybody's kind of dealing with their own things, but they all kind of support each other, and I love the friendship that your character and Felicia and Sam have. I love that girl bond.
That's the most important part, and that's the biggest, I think, difference between the dynamics of season 1 and season 2. Season 1, you kind of see us all eyeing each other up and having that past drama live in our world, but this season we're helping each other. Yes, we had a little bit of drama in the past, but at the end of the day, we're family. We love each other. We're friends. And so I loved being able to have fun scenes with Lily, who plays Felicia, and with Sophia, who plays Sam, and so brilliantly leads us. It's just nice to be around the girls and just, call it like it is.
I want to hear a little bit more about your character's journey from season 1 to season 2. We see him kind of fall off a little bit, and I was wondering if you could tell us about that.
Yeah, no, he fell off really hard. It's not even a little bit. It was a lot. It was a lot. He tumbled down a hill a little bit. But yeah, no, it is going to be a complete flip for sure. So it is the direct opposite of what the first season's journey was, and I'm very excited for people to see it.
I think that Sam especially has found her sober feet. She's more secure in herself. She wants to have a boyfriend. She wants to have a real job. She wants to have all these things. But the thing is, to get those things, you have to still work hard for them. They don't just come to you. I think Carol is getting a little impatient, a little restless. She wants to sabotage things. I think James, is still trying to get sober. I think Felicia is kind of not sure about what she feels about her relationship. She's very happy, but she's never had a healthy relationship like this before. And I'm missing someone, but
Britt.
And Britt is going through the perfect divorce, which I did, and my ex and I are still friends, and it's from real life. So.
It's so incredible that you're able to take so many parts of your life and kind of make this story, autobiographical in a way, and put that into so many different characters. Is there ever times where you're kind of like, I don't want to put this in there, but I feel like I have to?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, there's some things that I'm like, we can't put that in there, that's too much. Or we put it in there and then I lie and say it's not for my life. I've done that a few times. because I'm ashamed. Yeah.
No. I mean, you're telling such a beautiful story. There's so much, depth, but also so much humor, and I love the ensemble that you get to work with here. There's a lot of different layers to the show. Like, it's funny, but it can be serious at times, and, everyone's kind of going through their own things. So do you have any, favorite or even more challenging moments from this season?
Definitely there is a moment in the later episodes of the season where he is in church, without giving too much away, that it was definitely took a lot out of me. I gone through a bit of a troubling time before filming, so I definitely brought a little bit of that energy to the performance. But for sure, that was one of the tougher things to do.
This season we did an episode, I think it was episode 7, which is called Shiva, and it's a flashback to the day of basically Sam's dad's Shiva, which was an incredibly challenging week for me, but also very rewarding and very fun. And it was the thing I was most anxious about tackling this year, and I think I'm very proud of what we ended up doing, but that was the hardest week for me, for sure.
Flashback, the Shiva. In episode 7, we go back to when Sam's lost her father, and it's the night of the Shiva, and I think that was difficult in a great challenging way, just to do some episodes where we're all buddy-buddy and then have to go back and remember, oh, right, we fought, and that's where Britt and Joel got together, and we see that it was trauma bonding. But it was a really fun night, but it was challenging to live in that space and have to say and do some supportingly ugly things as friends during such a difficult time. So that was tough.
I think the moment where Sam and Carol hug at the Shiva broke my heart.
It broke mine too.
One of my favorite moments for Felicia this year is when the father of her baby comes back into town and she has to deal with him and with her new boyfriend and her kid all at the same time. And I think that's an important thing to see and a hard thing to juggle.
I love the cameos this season. You got Bob the Drag Queen, you got Molly Ringwald, Busy Phillips, everybody coming in. What was that like for you?
Every single time we got to a table read, I would take a screenshot because I could not believe how fabulous everyone was. Like, when I saw Allie and Molly together on a Zoom, I took a screenshot of us and my face was like, because I was like laughing so hard. When Busy showed up, it was a dream. I've loved her for years. I've always wanted to work with her. My daughter knows her from Girls 5 Eva, so she was like, oh my God. And then when Bob the Drag Queen agreed to come do a stunt cast for us, we had a blast.
I'm coming from the stand-up world, so having Ricky Velez on there and having Ron Funches in there as well, it's really nice to see other comics just come onto the show, and they're much bigger than I am and much better at the craft, but it's just beautiful to be working with those talents.
What I love in this season is that reunion, of course, that we get between you and Molly Ringwald. So exciting. You play sister-in-laws. So what can you tell me about having her come on the show for an episode?
Well, I love Molly, and I had told her I was so happy in the show, and she was thinking she'd like to do a role in it. So, and she's always wanted to work with Jenny Connor also. So when Jenny asked her, and they came up with this great part that we'd be sisters-in-law, she said yes, and then we had the best time. And also the writer and director of that episode is John Ricci, and I love him. So when Molly was thinking about it, I just said, listen, if you're going to come on the show, this is the episode you want. And then we had a great time because we get along really well, and that history is there. So the old family relationship was just very easy for us.
Absolutely. You could see it. I loved it.
Molly is a professional. She's amazing. She's a wonderful actress. She brought it. Their chemistry is palpable. You can feel it. It jumps off the screen.
I loved your character and the new energy that she brought. So can you tell me what it was like for you joining the cast this season?
Oh my God, it was such a delight because of this one, because she's the most adorable, delightful person, and I loved working with her. And this is my kid, who reminded me. They reminded me of each other. But it was just so great to do scenes with someone so engaged and fun and young, and I don't know. I just love Sophia. I think she's infinitely talented. And Birdie's talented too.
Have you taken anything from the set?
Ooh, all the clothes. I've taken everything in his wardrobe. I didn't know how to dress coming into this, and coming out of it, I mean, a big shout out to Kaylee. I've come out with an entirely different wardrobe, entirely different style, and I love it.
I've heard that you've taken a couple of things from set, so what can you tell me about that?
Not a lot. There's a couple necklaces, not expensive ones, just like classic, little chains that just fit me really well. Our costume designer, Kaylee Brenneman, is so good.
Yeah.
That sometimes I'm like, ooh, I just want that for my little life. I haven't gotten in trouble yet.
No, I heard Garrick told me he's taken his entire wardrobe.
Oh, well, there you go. Great.
I took a dress or two. Costumes were on point. Kaylee Brenneman was our costume designer and did an amazing job. And I must say, there's a couple of pieces that came home with me, approved. And I took something from Brit's home that I want to share. That I just want to keep that private for myself.
Oh, that's sweet. I love your voice, and I love that every season we get a song from you. And I love that this season in particular, you have an original song in the season in episode 9. Tell us about that.
I do. The song is called The Way That It Goes. It's a little throwback 70s inspired, and it's kind of about a push and pull relationship, but I'm so psyched that it got to be in the show. I feel so lucky and so grateful that I can be doing both things here.
The character Felicia, I love that every season she gets a song, and I'm like, what about a musical episode?
I would love to do a musical episode. I'm pro musical episodes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, if you could have them sing a specific song in a musical episode, what would you want to hear?
Once More with Feeling, but that's from Buffy, but don't tell anyone.
You won't tell anyone.
I would love to be musical, but I don't think they want me to sing. I think they're very against me singing. So I get it. I mean, I'll get my musical talents off somehow, some way or another. It's fine.
Well, obviously, I mean, I've been singing and dancing all day today, and for the last few weeks for Girls 5 Eva for the 3rd season, which is exciting. So yeah, obviously, I love the musical stuff.
I've heard that you're like a pretty good singer.
Whoever told you that is lying.
Sasha.
She's lying.
And
I love her. Sasha's so bad at singing that I seem good at singing by comparison, but none of us are good singers except Lily.
I love that idea. Like another drunk Sam dream or something. I love that idea.
What would you sing?
I feel like Felicia would fully be singing in all dialogue. Like not even, it would be like an original score in dialogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a cover. It would, they'd be speaking in song.
Lily is an amazing singer, and she sang in season 1, season 2, and also has a song in episode 9 of season 2. I sang Sophia. Don't let her tell you anything different. She sings. She sings. She is a singer. No, she sings. She sings. I have proof. I will show the world one day. But yeah, I would love to do a musical episode.
I would rather never act again. And that's the truth.
The way that this season ends for your character, there's a lot of questions up in the air.
It's true.
What do you think maybe would happen for season 3 with Felicia and her boyfriend?
I don't know. Many things could happen. You guys will just have to wait and see. It could be many things, but I'd be surprised if Felicia left Massachusetts, but she's also never left Massachusetts in my mind, so maybe she wants to get out of town. I don't know. We'll see.
Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and if you want to talk more TV and movies with me outside of the comments section, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/kmaldo. If you like this one, you can check out more of my videos right over here. See ya!